If you look at the heavyweights of Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, you know the story. They have the skyscrapers, the retail banks on every corner, and their CEOs are always making headlines. But there is a firm out there that is arguably more powerful. They do not have clients. You cannot open an account with them. They do not want your money, and yet they move billions of dollars every single day. They are called Jane Street. And honestly, they are the ghost in the machine of the global economy. Here's the thing. Most people think trading is just about betting, buying low and selling high. But Jane Street? They do not care about predicting the future. They are not trying to guess if a stock goes up or down. Instead, they act as the market makers. Think about it like this. Imagine you are at a crowded bazaar. You want to sell something, but you do not have time to wait for a buyer. You need cash now. Jane Street is the person who says, "I will take it off your hands." They provide the liquidity. They make a tiny, tiny profit on the spread, the difference between the buy and the sell price. It is boring. It is unglamorous. But when you do that millions of times a day, all over the world, those pennies, they turn into billions. Now you would think that with that much money, they would be hiring the loudest, most aggressive traders they could find. But walk into their office and it is actually kind of quiet. They do not hire finance guys. They hire math Olympians, physicists, and programmers. And they do not use the standard tools everyone else uses. They built their entire platform on a programming language called OCaml. To the rest of the world, that sounds like a headache. But to them, it is a competitive advantage. It is cleaner, safer, and faster. It is like they decided to build a high-performance engine while everyone else is still arguing over which tires to use. They treat the market like a giant complex logic puzzle, and they are just better at solving it than anyone else. What is really fascinating is that Jane Street is not trying to beat the market. They are trying to be the market. By providing that liquidity, they keep the gears of the world economy turning. They have essentially turned finance into a science, and they have done it without ever needing to build a brand for the public. They do not need you to know who they are. They just need the system to work. It is a different way of looking at power. It is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is about being the person who owns the infrastructure. Next time you check your stocks or trade an ETF, just remember, there is a good chance you are dancing to the rhythm set by a bunch of math nerds in an office you have probably never heard of. That is how you build a real empire in total silence.